was there. It's quiet. I have 2 minutes, guys. So I'm inviting some folks. Hi, thank you for being here. Okay. It's 4:59. I'm ready. So come on. Come on in. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Hello, this is Tamara. Yeah, come on in, and when you come in, let me know you're here. Let me know you're here by just, you know how to let me know you're here. Okay, guys? But I want to thank you for joining me. If you're joining me live, thank you, welcome. And if you're going to watch later, thank you anyways for watching. Please share. I believe the information we're sharing is super important. And I believe it's to the extent that it actually could help save lives. So please share the video. Yeah, share it. It's public. Feel free to share it with whoever on your timeline. Share it and on your wall, on your story. I would appreciate it, and I'm sure others would appreciate it as well. Okay. So I had said that today I wanted to answer a simple question. If you have a friend, an acquaintance, someone you know, a family member, you know is dealing with a domestic violence situation, how can you help? What can you do to be helpful to that person? Whether you know for a fact or if you suspect it, how can you be helpful? And I believe that's very crucial because someone in that situation needs support, they need help. First and foremost, I'm talking about this subject. It's a subject that's very dear to my heart because I've seen people suffer. I've seen the devastation of domestic violence on individuals, on children, on families. I've known people who have lost their lives because they were in an abusive situation. They did not have help. They did not either know how to ask for help, or people around them did not know how to help them. And I know a couple people who actually have lost their lives because of abusive situations. So that's something that I'm always going to talk about. And I get to work with people one-on-one in my practice. I get to help, but I find that even statistically, a lot of people don't ask for help. They don't come to someone like me. They don't tell a therapist, a counselor. They don't tell a nurse or a doctor. They don't tell any of the people who would consider the professionals or people who are part of the helping profession. They don't tell us. But they more likely to tell a friend. Um, Most people don't say anything for a long, long time, but when they do, it's very likely that they would share with a friend, or a friend like you would have an opportunity to notice something's off. So today I'll talk to you about, first of all, what is it you might notice that would let you know something might be going on, and also how to intervene in a way that would be helpful to the person. Because sometimes we mean well, but our interventions actually end up hurting more than helping. First of all, what is domestic violence? In October is a month set apart where they bring awareness to the question, the situation. So I thought it was a good time to talk about that. Hey, I don't know who that is who sent me some love. Thank you. So I thought that was a good time to spend some time and talk about it. Really, what I wanted to do was to spend the month of October going live and talk about different aspect of it. Thus far, we're the 13th, and I hadn't been able to do so. So today I'm here. I don't want to make any promises, but I definitely would like to touch on this different aspect of the situation. So what is domestic violence? Real quick. Really, it's a set of behaviors, actions, decisions, but also actions that one takes in order to, those are hurtful actions, hurtful behaviors that one engages in order to assert power, control, maintain control over an intimate partner. So that's why we call it domestic violence. It's not just violence like two strangers having a fight or anything like that. This is a specific strategic violence that's exercised over an intimate partner, which could be a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a wife, a husband. Believe it or not, some guys do get abused as well, although the incident of male abusing females is higher. But that's done in order to, there are painful, hurtful behaviors, actions taken against that intimate partner, the wife, the husband, the girlfriend, and they do it in order to control the person. Now you'll hear someone say, well, they put it under the sign of being jealous. So I love you, that's why. But really, love really doesn't hurt. So love cares, it's kind, it's patient. Love is love. So people abuse to control. That's why they abuse, to control and maintain control and overpower. That's what it is, and it's manifested in different forms. Physical abuse, physical violence is what a lot of us are familiar with. We hear about physical abuse, also sexual abuse. Yes, you can be in a relationship, a committed relationship with someone, and still be a victim of sexual abuse from that person, even if you are married, even if the person is married to the individual. There are cases where it's abusive, that the person can exert sexual abuse, rape, even in the case of marriage. A husband can rape a wife. I'll tell you guys this quick story. The other day, there was an article published, someone shared in a WhatsApp group chat, and the young lady was describing how she was raped on the night of her wedding. And a lot of people in the group were astonished. How can she say she was raped on her wedding night? Because sexual act is supposed to happen on the wedding night. Well, this is what happened. She was tired. She wasn't feeling well. She had a temperature, or for whatever reason, she was not up to it, and she said, "No, let's wait. I would like this moment to be magical. Yes, I'm in love with you. I love you. I married you. Yes, I want to consummate our wedding, our marriage, but not tonight." And the guy could not wait. He did not want to wait, and he forced himself, and he exerted force, physical force, and raped her. You know, so and the article was pretty um, graphic, and people in the group I was part of with the discussion were, they were like, "Well, it's the wedding night. You know, he's I don't know, like he's waited a long time, this, that, and the other." But bottom line is, if it's not consensual, because that person is a person and they have the right, and when you forcing yourself on them, exercising violence, it's rape. It's not good. It's not moral, but more importantly, it's illegal, and that happens within men and husband and wives, within partners in intimate relationships. That's another form of domestic violence. It's physical, it's sexual, it's emotionally, psychologically. Some people exercise financial powers, they control their partners like that. So it's different forms. Stalking someone who wants to end the relationship. So those are domestic. That's what we're talking about when we talk about domestic violence. Okay, now, like I said, it's a lot to say about the subject, why people stay, what happened, etc. We're not going to get into all that today. Today, I want to answer a specific question. You have a friend, you have a sister, you have a brother, you have a family member, someone you know, someone you work with, someone you go to church with, because yes, that happens among church folks as well. So you're in church and you suspect there's domestic violence, or the sister come and confide in you. I'm going to refer to the victim, the person who's been through it, who's enjoying it, as a female, just because the percentage of females is way higher. Some statistics talk about can you believe it? 1 in every 4 women have been the victim of severe physical violence from an intimate partner, when it's 1 in every 9 men. So, yeah, so I don't want to go into a lot of statistics, but it was astonishing even for myself to think that 20 to 24 people per minute in this country is victim, 20 to 24 people are victim of either rape or physical violence, severe violence. It's pretty astonishing. So yes, it's happening around you. It's happening to, maybe, God forbid, a family member. It's happening to, people everywhere around us. So be mindful. So let's say some signs that you may suspect. If that person, that lady, right, is somebody that you see they have bruises, often bruises or broken bones, often black eyes, or sometimes abusers try to choke people. Like, if you see these things often, and they kind of make up stories and giving you explanations for them that you find suspicious, that may not make sense, right? If you find a person is isolating themselves, or they're being isolated by their partner, they don't come around so often, and you guys used to hang out and they not available a lot. If you find that the person does not seem like themselves around their partner, sometimes it's almost like they're asking their partner permission, even though they don't verbally ask for permission. But when the partner is around and there's a conversation, or if a question is asked, you see them looking up at the partner, just all, like trying almost, yeah, really seeking permission to see if it's okay to talk right now. And you notice that the partner's overbearing. They talk for the friend, they talk for their partner. Um, yeah, changes in when the person is around, like your girlfriend. Let's say your girlfriend is, she's different, more subdued when the partner's around versus if it's the two of you. Um, and then excusing his behaviors, like if he's demeaning, demanding, controlling, and it's clear to you, but then she's almost like excusing his behaviors and apologetic towards him. um that those are signs. This is not an inclusive, exhaustive list, but those are signs that would tell you, okay, something might be going on here, to pay attention. So the idea would be that the person would trust you enough, trust someone enough that they would come to you and tell you. But they may not, for a lot of reasons that we don't have time to get into. They may not come to you. What can you do? You could offer, um, ask and offer help. Simple things like, are you okay? Is everything okay? I noticed this and that change in you. I'm concerned about you. Are you safe? Is everything okay? I noticed that you could pick an incident and say, I noticed when so and so was around, or I noticed so and so this, that, and the other. Is everything okay? And let them know you're there for them. They don't have to go through things alone. They can talk to you. They can trust you that you're not gonna run and tell the whole world about it. That you're trustworthy. You can keep their secret, or what have you. Offer and ask them, for help. Not for help, but asking how you can help. And they may deny it, and that's fine. You're not gonna. What you don't want to do is push. They may deny it, but at least they know someone noticed, someone cared. Because one of the things abusers do is tell victims that nobody cares, nobody would believe you. You don't matter. So even that would be helpful to offer that support. And if they come to you and share something, or if you reach out and they share something, listen. Listen, just listen. It's hard for us to listen without bombarding people with solutions like, you should leave, girl, you don't, you know who you are, and how can you let a man treat you like that? And so what you do when you do that is blaming the victim, and that does not help. Remember, this guy, the abuser, is already blaming her, putting her down, diminishing her, making her question herself and her ability, making her question her support system. So what you're doing is reinforcing that. It's reinforcing all these negativities. So you don't want to do that. What you want to do is simply listen. I care. I'm here for you. Just listen. Nod, empathize. That must be tough. I'm sorry you're going through that. You don't deserve this. Nobody deserves to be treated like that. I'm there for you if you need me. How can I help you? How can I be helpful? It's very important too to say that you don't want to have that conversation around the abuser. If you suspect that the husband is abusing his wife, beating her down, or talking down, you don't want to be telling her that, or asking her, is he hurting you? Is he doing this, that? You don't want to do that around him. You want to find a quiet place, a safe place where he's not around, so she could feel confident to speak to you. One of the reasons you don't want to do that is because whenever the abuser is being discovered, and that he's aware that people knows what he's up to, actually he becomes more aggressive and more violent, and you don't want to do that, which would be putting your friend at higher risk. So you want to talk, but you want to talk in a safe place, away when the person is not around. The other thing you could do, third, is resources, like sharing resources, make a research, because again, the abuser, the victim does not want the abuser to know that she's thinking about protecting herself, thinking about leaving, telling people, because he wants to look good. He does not want people to know. So a lot of time the victims, it's dangerous for them when they're doing research, if they're looking up websites or making phone calls. They don't want to leave traces of that. So the abuser don't become more violent and aggressive towards him. So that's one way you could help. You could do the research on your own computer, your own phone, and find phone numbers, find mental health counselors, find phone numbers for the hotline for domestic violence, just things like that. Shelters, find out where the shelters are, and share that information with her. So if and when she's ready, she knows where to go and what to do and what are the resources that are available there for her. Always be supportive, always be there for that person. So share those resources. For instance, that hotline I mentioned, that domestic violence hotline, it's 800-799-7233. And it's a lot of information all over the internet. Different towns, cities have their own shelters. Here in Augusta, Home Safe Homes helps a lot with that. So know these informations and share with them away from the person. And the other thing is a safety plan. Have a safety plan. Those information, those resources, for her to have somewhere safe to keep them so the abuser doesn't find them. For her, a lot of time people stay, maybe financial reasons, different things. So maybe to have a plan on how she's gonna save some money. Have a plan on, even if she doesn't want to leave, she may not want to leave, and that's her. She has the right not to want to leave. So, but she could still have a safety plan when the man, let's say, if there's a pattern when usually when he gets violent, for her to notice that and know that and have a plan. Where would she go? Where would she be? If she has children, like, do they have a password, a word that she could say so the kids know, okay, go to your rooms right now, or go through the back door to so-and-so's house, things like that they could, important papers and things like that. So that's part of a safety plan. How the safety plan, think of it of what are some things she could put in place to keep herself safe in this while she's still in the situation. Last thing I want to share with you guys, because we're going on 25 minutes here, that you could help is what you do not want to do. Please don't do that. It's pressuring her. Don't tell her what to do. Don't pressure her to leave. Don't tell her, how come, and don't blame her, because that's victim blaming and victim shaming, and no one wants to be abused and violated like that. So there's a lot that goes through that, this whole psychological jumbo mumbo of what happens to a victim, and this whole relationship, the whole pattern. It's not as simple as it seems. So what you don't want to do is blaming them. And another important reasons why we say do not push them or pressure them. Think about it. The abuser already talks over them, manipulates them, beats them, violate their rights, violate their dignity, don't allow them to speak and have opinions, right? And then as a friend, you want to empower them. As a friend, you want to let them know, yes, you matter. Yes, I see you. Yes, I'm interested in what you have to say, and what you have to say, what you want, what you believe matters. You matter as a person. That's what you want. If nothing else, that's what you want to share with your friend. That's what you want to convey to that person. So when you're telling her, you need to do this, you need to do that, guess what? You may not be slapping her, but again, you're reinforcing the belief that she is not good enough, she can't do this, something's wrong with her. So you want to respect her decision, respect her choices, and just be present and be there for them. You can be very helpful to a friend like that. So I hope that was helpful. And, you know, to anyone out there suffering, it's the same thing I want to say to you. You are valuable, you are loved, you're precious, and there's help out there for you. When you're ready to be safe, we want you to be safe. We want you to protect yourself. We want you to protect your family. So when you're ready, just know you're not by yourself. You don't have to do this alone. We got you. We love you. We got you. Please take care of yourself. Be safe. So whatever is necessary to be safe. We understand you love your partner, all that. We want you to be safe. So call us. You know, my number is 706-592-8424. That's my office number. You want to talk, you call me. If you have a friend you want to talk a little bit more about, I'm available. Like I said, there's a 1-800, lots of organizations out there will help victims, but I wanted to come up and show some support and show some love to all of you guys and answer this question. I hope that was helpful. Please share the live, share the video, and blessings to everybody. And if you commented or say anything, I cannot see you for some reason, okay? But leave me something, let me know you are here. And if you are watching this later, let me know you've been here. Yeah, blessings to you guys, okay? Alrighty, take care.